I'm in the process of writing my first book, and Doug has helped me. 3 decades ago, there were 2 billionaires. India has like 200 billionaires. Today, what is happening in India? Internet, mobile payment. Hello, vanakkam, welcome back. Today we are here with Doug Crowe himself. And Doug is an author. He's a writer, and his firm helps entrepreneurs tell stories, and as a result of which they are able to publish books for them, create books for them. And I'm in the process of writing my first book, and Doug has helped me in this journey. I've been thinking about it for the last 10 years, and I was thinking, should I publish a small book, big book? He was able to easily demystify the process. I've just spent probably about 20 hours talking to him, and the book is almost there. So we're going to have a conversation with Doug, and many of our followers who are entrepreneurs and CEOs, it's so important to tell your story to the outside world so you can inspire others, as a result of which you can create this butterfly effect of creating many more entrepreneurs. And that's the reason why you write a book. But we will hear from Doug himself. Doug, yes. Over to you. Thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
So, Doug, why did you take us up as one of your clients?
Oh my gosh.
I know you are very choosy about picking your clients, but I'd love to know.
We are choosy. You know, we like doing messages and books, of course, for people who are making a difference in the world. And we've refused a few clients who are just egocentric and just want to be famous.
Yeah.
We chose you just as much as you chose us for a very, very clear reason. A lot of people talk about service and giving back, and they want to dedicate some of the proceeds to a nonprofit, whatnot.
Yeah.
To you, that's like child's play. You embody the whole idea of servant leadership, and building and serving the community from which you came from touches more than my heart, touches my soul, man.
Oh, thank you.
Because the legacy you're living and the legacy you're going to be giving transcends this human form.
Yeah.
And that's an important point about books I got to mention, because a lot of people focus on the social media likes and shares and comments and all these little milestones and data points of their significance in the world. And all those points, from a Facebook ad to a speech, to a post, an article, all that stuff is transitory. It's temporary. It doesn't last. One thing lasts, and that's a book.
Wow.
Because we might forget the last comment I made on a social post. I probably forgot the speech I heard yesterday, but that book, we never throw a book away.
Yeah.
We don't burn books, we don't throw them away. Even if we don't like them, we keep them.
Yeah.
They're gonna stay somewhere. A book is a permanent record of your influence.
Oh, that is awesome. Thank you. I think to all the audience, especially the CEOs, entrepreneurs, and who have had this thought that I want to write a book, you should definitely pick it up. And I think nobody can articulate like Doug as to why you should write a book. So let's talk a little bit about how is the book really going to help you, all right? And that's what we're going to talk about.
The biggest reason this book is going to be helpful, significant, and important for your readers and listeners and fans is because of a few things. Number one, listen, there are a million books about business out there, right? There are a million books about some of the ideas and thoughts that you're having in this book. There's not a whole lot of new ideas, really. Having said that, your perspective and what you're doing with that same knowledge is amazing. That's even a small word. I can't think of a bigger word for that. But the impact that you're creating with this book is going to affect not just you and your team, but everybody who reads it. And the reason that is because there's plenty of books out there about business and growing and scaling and being an entrepreneur, but no one has your experience.
Yeah.
Nobody on this planet, out of 7 billion people, no one has lived your life, has your perspective.
Well said,
And while some people might respect or be connected to other authors, the people who know you through social media and in person, I know them. Right? I've been watching your stuff on Instagram. You've got fans, right? Now those fans can actually take some of your ideas, but your wisdom and your strategy and tactics to start their own business. And
So
using,
true.
I'm not going to call it the Sid Ahmed method, but the Sid perspective on business and life is unique to you. And if they apply even 10% of what they learned from this book, their lives will be changed for sure.
I think one of the things which we're talking about, the various chapters, what we are coming up with, one of the key things what we are talking about is we are celebrating Trichy, the real hero of our story. So Trichy is well spoken about in this book. I think we also talk about, this is one of the biggest challenges what I see as one of the chapters what we are covering in this book as we continue to unravel is about there are so many executives, people of Indian origin in the US.
Yes.
They are in executive and corporate roles. And they have this desire to get into entrepreneurship, the same desire what I had. And how did I cross the chasm?
Yes. Right? Big one.
And this book is definitely, and why don't you tell about it?
Probably half a dozen people from India who are, U.S. citizens or working here who, we produce books for them. And the mindset of what you guys do, I mean, it's, the data on this, right? I mean, immigrants have like a, whatever it is, 3-5 times better chance of being an entrepreneur than people who were born here.
Wow.
That's a huge difference. And the reason, of course, is because America is a land of opportunity, and it still is. And it's only an opportunity if you apply what you know, what you learn, right? A lot of people come here, and no disrespect, maybe they want to become, a regular guy and a husband and father and, work in a factory, and that's great. But the opportunities are limitless. And working here as an entrepreneur, if you're an executive and you've got dreams of entrepreneurship, this is the book.
Yeah.
This will give you every single nuance and every pain, every fear that you had to jump that chasm is covered. Yeah. And everyone has it.
Yeah.
Everyone has it. Everyone has a fear of like, I'm going to go from a salary to like, who knows what?
Yeah.
You can do it. And you can do it quickly or slowly, it doesn't matter. Just taking one step is what I'm learning by talking to you. Just take a step.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to kill you.
Absolutely. One other topic what this book covers is about democratizing entrepreneurship in countries where entrepreneurship is very little known.
Yeah.
Especially in India, where I come from. I did not know the word entrepreneurship till the time I was like in college. Why this book is so important is democratize entrepreneurship.
Yes.
When I say that, it is because how do we take entrepreneurship to countries where it is little known?
Yes. I have a newspaper clipping. That's how old it is, right? When Muhammad Yunus first started micro-lending.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know the story, I can share that real quickly.
Of course.
So Muhammad Yunus is walking around, was it India or Pakistan maybe?
This was,
Bangladesh, excuse me.
Yeah, Bangladesh.
He was in Bangladesh, ran across this woman who was, weaving a basket or something, and he talked to her, and she was poor.
Yeah.
But she had her own business making baskets, but she was in poverty. Why are you? Well, because my supplier charges me X, and I can only sell for Y, and there's not enough money there to feed my family. He says, well, why don't you just get it from the original, the person who actually sells materials? Oh, I need like $20 to do that. I don't have it. So, she asked, could I have $20? He said, no, but I'll lend it to you. And he got her a notepad, gave her $20, and had her write her name down. So we'll come back and pay me, $1 a month for the next two years or so. And he started the idea of micro-lending in Bangladesh. And when Grameen Bank, when I clipped this article out years ago, was doing like $3 billion. Their payback rate exceeded every other bank.
Wow.
People were paying back his loans at a much better rate than people who were borrowing, thousands or hundreds or millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And so he got the Nobel Peace Prize for this because his vision, this is what I like about what you and him, I put you guys in the same camp. His vision was what I saw on your board. BHAG.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Big, hairy, audacious goal. His vision was to end poverty on the planet.
Wow.
Your goal with Trichy is exactly the same thing. You might not say the planet, but your example, what you're doing for people there, translates everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Totally. Very well said.
So entrepreneurship is available. You just need to know what the gap is. What's the thing that's holding you back? In Bangladesh, it was $20.
Yeah.
In most cases, it's not the money.
Yeah.
It's the idea. It's that fear, that chasm that you talked about. How can I take that first step?
You're talking about micro-lending, right, with Yunus. I also feel in the book, we speak about how do you build a good business, a business which creates an impact.
Right.
In manufacturing, you could be in services and whatever area what you are, but having the true purpose, the true north for your business is one of the things what we talk about as well as to how do you build good business which creates a positive or a lasting impact. So many such stories what we have spoken, what Doug has been able to write for us in this particular book. It's coming out although Doug said very soon.
So I don't know if that answers the question, but for people who are thinking about starting a business, however small, whatever country, this book will help them get through that first hurdle. And that first hurdle is always mindset.
Yeah.
Fear of can I do it? am I risking something? And what am I risking? What's the downside if I don't do it versus the downside if I do? Most people focus on the downside if I do it and fail. They forget about the downside of what if I don't do it and I could have succeeded.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, imagination is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
But if you use it for the negative, it's a waste of imagination. You know, use it for the good.
This book could also, there is another thought what I had, and I was just reading about it yesterday. India as a country is the third country in the world to produce the largest amount of what? What do you think it could be?
Well, I know you lead in movies. I know that's number one.
Good. This is just a wild guess.
And I know tech is big.
Okay,
IT.
very good.
The third largest in...
the third largest producer of... What could it be, Avi?
India?
Yeah.
Is that right?
The third largest producer
Movies.
Movies is first. Number one.
Movies
You're
is
number
first.
one.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
The third largest producer of billionaires in the world.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Every 30 minutes, there is a millionaire which is born in India.
Wow.
Every month, there is a billionaire born in India. Just about 3 decades ago, there were 2 billionaires.
My God.
Today, India has like 200 billionaires. According to Swiss, I'll say which is the firm which has done the research, there's close to 850,000 millionaires in India. And what is driving this is entrepreneurship.
I was born in the wrong year.
Dramatic pause right there. 850,000 millionaires.
Yeah.
Right now in India.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys, and this is, and again, you can edit whatever you want, but I'm so excited about India like kicking China's ass, quite frankly. I think it's going to be great.
US is the number one country which is producing the largest billionaires. Next is China, followed by that is India.
Yeah.
And another interesting fact is what is happening in India right now, and why is this book so important ever than before? It's about entrepreneurship.
Right.
It's about all these millionaires and billionaires who were born in India. They were not handed out.
Yeah.
They were not handed from generation to generation, barring a few. But majority of them are self-made. They made this journey happen.
And first generational wealth is so much more interesting, exciting, and it actually creates more opportunities than second or third generation wealth who tend to squander it or don't grow it, they just maintain it.
Yeah.
You know, so first generation billionaires, think about this right now. There's 850,000 millionaires.
Yep.
There's going to be the most billionaires. Why not you?
Yeah.
There's no reason it can't be you. Zero reason.
Absolutely.
Any excuse you have, talk to him, he'll tell you it's not a reason. It's an excuse.
So
now, one more thing.
Yeah.
If the billionaire thing is still out of your realm, it's like I can't even envision that.
Yeah.
What about making 50 grand or 100 grand?
Absolutely.
You know, that's a lot of money in India.
Yep.
Depending on where you are, and it can only go up from there if you apply the principles in the book.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One other interesting thought, what this article talks about is what India is today is the early 20th century of America.
Right.
We were, what America had back then, or why the economy boomed, the created billionaires was the oil, construction, and rail transportation, right? That was the infrastructure. Today, what is happening in India, the billionaires and the millionaires are born out of internet, mobile payment, and airline connectivity.
Oh, really?
The connectivity has created a huge impact to the whole country as a result of which the economy.
Right.
And it also talks about, it's not only the large businesses.
Right.
The small businesses have scaled to achieve these levels. So I think it's an incredible possibility, and the book comes out right on time.
Yes.
To help you entrepreneurs to become the next large business and be the next millionaire or billionaire as well. It's not about the money, but we are just taking a narrative around that to be a successful business.
It's about creating value.
It's about creating value.
Money always follows value, never the other way around. Never.
Yeah.
You got to value first, otherwise it's not going to last.
In this movie was released in 2015. His name is Satnam Singh. He's 7 feet 2 inches from Punjab. The only player ever to get drafted in NBA. From India. And it was a fantastic movie. And finally he played for Mark Cuban, features in the film. And currently he plays for Dallas Mavericks. Right? We were known as a country to produce population. But today we produce billionaires as well.
Yeah.
And it is because of the power of entrepreneurship. And the power of entrepreneurship cannot be realized unless and until it is told, it is said, it goes, the story is narrated, and that cannot be narrated without writing a book.
That's right.
So you are doing an amazing job of taking the word out and spreading the message, as a result of which people get influenced, inspired, and they go on to start their entrepreneurial journey.
Very well said. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. So start believing in yourself, and this
Yeah.
book will help you do it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for watching this riff.